Hey guys, welcome back. This is step 2 in the becoming financially independent and wealthy video. It is adulting 101. It's the step after you started making your 6 figures from the video where I taught you about high income skills. In this video, I'm going to be talking about cash capture accounts. What's that? It is where you capture all that cash once you make it. What you do with that cash is super important. It's just as important as making the cash, but you got to make the cash first because there's nothing to capture if you don't make it. So make the cash, and then now we're going to store it in the right places. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the 5 cash capture accounts that I use and that I suggest you using as well. All right, guys, so what you can do with your cash? Well, most people store it in a bank account, checking, savings, your normal stuff. I definitely use those for sure because that's how I interact with everything. That's how I deposit rents. That's how I pay my bills. I use a checking account. So that is definitely number 1 of the 5 capture accounts, but it is just one of 5. Don't put everything in there. The reason you don't want to put everything in there is because that's a liability in terms of lawsuits, in terms of depreciating dollars. It's a good thing for operational, but there are limitations to it. There are drawbacks to having all of your money in a checking account. But checking account's number 1. You're going to use that for your bills, all that. I don't want to go too much into it because you already know what a checking account is. Just have some of your money in there. Where do you have the rest of your money? Let's talk about it. The second place that you might want to put your money into is a life insurance policy. A whole life insurance policy is what I use. I've been a life insurance broker as well as a life insurance customer. I take my money and I do what's called infinite banking. It's where I take my money and I buy a life insurance policy. That life insurance policy has what they call a cash value. That cash value is a store of wealth. I can use that cash value for anything that I want. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a policy loan and I'm going to borrow against that cash value. Now I can use that money to go buy more real estate, to go buy my cryptocurrency, to do whatever it is that I want to do. But while that money is in the cash capture account of life insurance, it is protected against things that might happen, like lawsuits and things like that. Also, the money in there is constantly growing. The life insurance company is using that money, growing that money. And while it's in there, it is a hedge against inflation. Inflation is happening, guys. With the government printing as much money as they are, the dollar is going down in value. By having it in the life insurance policy that is growing, I am beating inflation. So I'm beating inflation, and I am also protected against lawsuits and things like that because that money is technically not mine, right? It's not mine. It's in there, and I'm able to use it anytime I want. I have control over it. I don't own it, right? I have full control over it. I don't own it. And you might hear that little saying, rich people, they control everything but own nothing. Well, life insurance is a perfect example of that. I get to control the money, use it to do investments, do loans, do whatever it is that I want, and I don't own it. So life insurance, that's a big one. The other place that I want you guys to start capturing your money in is cryptocurrency, but I want you to start capturing them with the big ones like the Bitcoins and Ethereum, as well as some alternative coins. And that combination allows for you to experience a hedge against the dollar risk. If the dollar falls, then hopefully the cryptocurrency does not. Hopefully they are uncorrelated, meaning that they don't affect one another. If the dollar goes down, hopefully the Bitcoin and Ethereums and all those, they hold or they go up. Now, it could be where the dollar goes down and so do the coin values. That could happen. But by having it diversified, they don't necessarily go down together. Now, how do we hedge against all of that? Well, let's have another account. So the 4th account that I'm going to be talking about is you guys using precious metals, gold, silver, things like that, and actually have the bars. So have those bars and keep them somewhere. And I don't care where you keep them, just make sure they're safe. And that, again, is another hedge against the dollar falling. If the dollar falls and the crypto prices fall, well, maybe the gold and silver, maybe they go up. Right? You guys see how you have to protect your downside against all kinds of different things, lawsuits, value, theft, all that stuff, right? You have to protect against everything. By diversifying it with the cash in the checking account, you got your life insurance, you have your cryptocurrency that you might hold on in cold storage, and then you have your gold and silver. That's another place to put your money, right? So that we got 4. And the last one is a retirement account, a self-directed retirement account. That's going to be your 401ks or your IRAs. And if you have a self-directed retirement account, you can use that money for things like giving out loans, giving out or buying real estate within them. You're not tied to the stock market. Now, you could have some of that money in the market, and then you can have some of it self-directed in real estate or loans. You can definitely do that. But you want to have that retirement account as well as a way to hedge against taxes by having a Roth IRA or 401k. That's where you've already paid the taxes on it. And so no matter what happens in the future, that money is protected against taxes. Again, we are trying to protect this money, but we need to hold it somewhere. So where do you hold it? You got these 5 different places. We got the cash, we got the life insurance, we got the cryptocurrency, we have the precious metals, and now we have our retirement accounts, right? So those are 5 different places where you're going to capture this cash. If you guys are interested in learning more about any of these things, I have a course called Where's the Money? And I show you guys how to use all of these different sources to invest in real estate. That's going to give you an idea of where you can put your money. But if you are also interested in using life insurance as an infinite banking system, like the way I was describing, you can definitely learn more about that. Email me if you're interested, hoan@hoanzone.com. Also, if you go to the website, hoanzone.com, I'm going to have a life insurance video on there so that you can learn more about the infinite banking system. When I learned all about it, I was amazed. That's why I got into it, because I realized that a lot of people don't know this even exists. So I wanted to be the person to bring it to you guys. But those are the 5 different ways to capture your money. Step 1, though, remember, was to make that 6-figure income. You're going to learn those high income skills, make the money. And then once you make that money, you got to put that money somewhere. These are 5 fantastic places. Most people have only put their money in 1 or 2 places, either 1, their checking account, or 2, their checking and retirement account. But the retirement account is the one from work, and it's 100% in the market. They don't have that diversified. You want to have the diversity of having it in real estate as well as loans, not just the market. Now, some of you guys have some cryptocurrency. That's fantastic. Buy those, hang on to those. Don't bet those, because you can't time the market that well. And even if you have timed the market a couple of times, you can't get that right every single time. So we're not about timing the market. We're just about buying the coins and hanging on to them as a hedge against inflation. All right. So those are the 5 different ways you can capture your money once you make your money. All right, guys, if you have enjoyed this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon, share it with a friend, all of that good stuff, because here at the Hoan Zone, we help you multiply the assets that you own. And these videos come out every Monday and Wednesday. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Peace.